Because electronics are widely used and get malfunctioned easily. Every one of you using a certain device or electronic device, either have a laptop, have mobile, uh, have gadgets, their gadgets, chargers, AirPod, and all these are considered electronics. And these electronics are malfunctioned easily because the technology is moving toward advancement. New technologies and new devices are produced, and therefore the old devices are thrown away. An estimate of 50 million tons of e-waste produced each year, which is a very big amount of waste. As you can see, only 25% of the e-waste are recycled now, and 75% is already thrown in the landfill. 70% of our overall toxic waste is an e-waste. You are chemical engineers, and some of you from different departments know that wastes can be anything that's harming the environment, harming the humans or animals around us. And 70% of overall toxic waste is an e-waste, which is a major concern. And moreover, e-waste contains valuable and toxic chemical substances. And that is why we are much concerned about these electrical waste. And these bring us to the environmental impact of the e-waste. Since there is a toxic chemicals that exist in these electronics, so there would be an impact on the environment and human right. Because there is toxic chemicals such as lead, barium, cadmium, and beryllium, these leaching into the groundwater and release a toxic phosphor. You would notice that from these chemicals, the groundwater and the drinking water will be affected. Another chemical substance called mercury. This mercury have an air emissions as well as a discharge into rivers, which is affecting the marine life, affecting the ecosystem, and affecting us indirectly as well. And one last thing there in the electronic waste, which is a plastic components. These plastic components or chlorinated plastic components release harmful chemicals into the soil, and hence it affects the agricultural life, it affects our food in the future. So what is the best way to handle these electrical waste? Throw it in the landfill, maybe? Of course not. So the best way to handle electrical waste is to recycle it and reuse it. Actually, reusing or refurbishing these electrical wastes is 20% more energy efficient. And there is around, especially here in Malaysia, a lot of companies and societies that are collecting such e-waste and turn it into cash. Today, in our presentation, we have our valuable guest, Mr. Mohammed, to present us about his company and what they do about e-waste.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Mr. Mohammed, if you are ready, you can go and share your slides or videos if you want.
All right, just a second. Let me load the slides. So I will first show a quick video, and then we will go to the slides. Let me share my screen. Can you see?
Yes, we can see the video. Mr. Muhammad, there's no sound.
There's no sound?
No sound, only video.
Okay. I'm not sure why, but never mind. I will share the link on the chat, and then you can watch it later on. There's no point watching it if there's no sound. Let's just move on to the slides. Can you see the slides?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Great. So my name is Muhammad Tariq Al-Fatatri. I'm the founder of ERTH. I started it with my co-founder Nahed, who also happens to be my wife. And ERTH stands for E-Waste Recycling Through Heroes. The average person uses about 200 electronic devices during their lifetime, which in weight is roughly about 1 ton. So imagine if all the human beings on Earth are each producing 1 ton. That's why we have 50 million tons of e-waste produced every year. And the world does not have a good way of dealing with that problem. 75% of it ends up in landfills. It is the world's fastest growing waste stream. Of course, it pollutes the environment for centuries after we are gone. And not only that, it's also a wasted economic opportunity because all of the materials that are inside this e-waste, we have previously mined from the earth. So basically, by discarding them in that way, we are wasting all those resources, and then we need to go and dig for more elements from the ground, as opposed to reusing and extracting, recovering those materials again from the e-waste. So the old way is toxic, illegal, wasteful, inefficient, and dangerous. And the earth way is simple, secure, on-demand, rewarding, and sustainable. How it works, any individual or business can book pickup for their e-waste. It used to be minimum of 5 items, but in 2021, we are even lowering that to 3 items. So we have such an efficient collection system that even with 3 items is already enough for us to come and pick up your e-waste. And everybody probably can find 3 items that they would like to recycle. The system matches the nearest driver to the location of the order, and then the driver contacts you to confirm the pickup, and if you're okay, the driver will proceed to collect, and then you get an instant cash reward, which can be paid in cash or e-wallet or bank transfer as you like. So what do we do with the stuff after we collect it? So of course, the concept of reduce, reuse, and then recycle. When the stuff comes to us, of course, we try to see whether it still works. If it works, we delete the data, and then we see if there is some valuable spare parts inside the material that can be used again. I would say that we have now come to a quite a good percentage of items are able to reuse, which is even close to 50%. When we started, we used to scrap everything. We used to send everything to the recycling factory. But as we became more wiser about what kind of spare parts can be reused and so on, so nowadays, maybe only about 50% of certain types of devices are going to the recycling, and the rest, we all use some parts of them to extend, give them a new life. When the stuff goes to the recycling factory, of course, it becomes dismantled, and then all the different materials are segregated together. and then finally the valuable materials are extracted to produce new products, and any toxic material is depolluted. So all our factories that we send the stuff to, they need to follow the environmental standards and make sure that whatever residual remains after the recycling process, which is only about 10%, is basically treated in such a way that it does not harm the environment if it's put in the landfill. So of course it's still 10 times better than throwing the device into the landfill, because after the recycling process the residual waste is only 10% of the original volume. So it's still worth to recycle. And in Europe, for example, they have also found a way to do something with that residual waste. They put it in the building bricks. So I think with time, the efficiency of the recycling process will be increased even further. So so far we have served more than 1,500 customers. This is an old slide. We have grown in 2020, even though in the beginning of the year, with the COVID crisis, we could not fulfill our orders and we didn't know whether this company would survive. But actually after we came back on May 4th, our business grew this year by 4 times. So that the digital transformation that came as a result of the COVID crisis, it also meant that a lot of people were upgrading their devices and then getting rid of the old ones. So we are paying a generous cash rewards, and that's why a lot of people choose to recycle with us, in addition to the convenience of the home pickup as well. These are some of our customers: DHL, NTT, Alam Flora, and so on. So we are a social enterprise, which means that 50% of the revenue we generate is paid to our beneficiaries. Our beneficiaries are, number one, the environment, because we are diverting that e-waste from the landfill. So we pay money. In a sense, we just kind of bribe the polluters not to pollute and give us the stuff instead. And it works. So that's the first beneficiary, the environment. The second beneficiary is our heroes, the drivers that go around collecting. We have registered 5,000 of them. So they are the ones who earn income by going around collecting the different e-waste. So as you can see here, it used to be 5 items minimum, but already like tomorrow or after tomorrow, 2021, it will already be lower to 3 devices. We pay the highest cash rewards in the market, and we also provide free pickup. And if you check our rating on Facebook or Google, from over 200 customers, is actually perfect 5 out of 5. So people appreciate the convenience, the money, and of course the environmentally friendly processing. We are authorized collection center by the Malaysian Department of Environment, Jabatan Alam Sekitar. And we are very proud of that, because we are one of the top or first 5 companies in Malaysia to get that status. So this is something that we are very proud of, and because of that, we also by regulation need to work only with the licensed recycling factory. So we are just a collector, but after we sort the item and we hand it over, so we need to hand it over only to the licensed players, not just give it to anybody who's, for example, polluting or not properly treating the material. So moving on. When a company calls us, we send a quotation, and we pay 50% of the value of the item back to the company. So that's a big percentage. Other companies pay a lot less. They pay like 10%, 20%. We are paying 50% of the money that we generate. We pay it back to the company that is recycling. That's why a lot of companies are dealing with us. And then the remaining fees, the remaining 50% are enough for our costs, which is of course the drivers and all the rent of our warehouse and salaries and so on. And then we have a small net profit that we keep. When it comes to the B2C, because the orders are small, so in the companies, the order are big. So you need just a 1 lorry and you take a big amount. But for the household collection, it's only 3 items, right? So you need to make a lot of trips back and forth to collect. And that's why we still pay 50%, but this 50% is split between the driver and the owner of the e-waste. If the owner of the e-waste want to still get the full money, the full 50%, they also can by dropping the item themselves to our warehouse in Cyberjaya. So some people who want the maximum money, they actually drop the items themselves. So this is our growth this year. We paid more than 50,000 US dollars in cash rewards, and we grew this year by 500%. But you can see there was a drop during the MCO, so we couldn't fulfill any orders. But immediately once we came back, our business just started to grow very, very rapidly, and we grew about 500% this year. So these are some of the examples of the perfect 5 out of 5 rating. You can check that later yourself. We are very proud. You know, I lived in Finland most of my life, and I'm a citizen of Finland, which is one of the most greenest countries in the world. So I'm very proud that the European Union in Malaysia recognized our company as the best environmental impact SME in 2019. And this is me and my co-founder receiving the award. This is also my co-founder in China. She met a Nobel laureate, Dr. Muhammad Yunus, who during that conference, there was a competition, and there was companies from all around the world competing, and we actually won the top prize in the UN Youth Innovation Conference in China. And finally, more recently, there was the Entrepreneurship World Cup. So there was this choosing the company that will represent Malaysia in the Entrepreneurship World Cup. So we are very proud that Malaysia trusted us to carry the flag, and we made it to the global top 25, which last year the Malaysian candidate made to the global top 50. So we are proud that we have pushed Malaysia even one step further to the global top 25. 2 months ago, we launched an extended partnership with DHL. So DHL have the goal that by 2050, they will be a carbon neutral logistics company. So they try to offset their emissions by supporting activities such as e-waste recycling. So that's why they partner with us, and this campaign is already very, very successful. We have already collected many tons of e-waste from this campaign, even though it's only 2 months old. This is a very special customer for us. Alam Flora, you might have seen their logo all around. They are the federally designated household solid waste management company here in KL and Putrajaya and so on. So this company have been collecting after the MCO from May to September, 4 months. They have collected 30 tons of e-waste. But because the COVID crisis changed the landscape of the e-waste management in Malaysia, many of the big companies that used to have many employees before the MCO, they downsized and they shut down and so on. So the regular factories that Alam Flora were dealing with to handle this 30 tons of e-waste were unable to process such a large amount. So Alam Flora called us and they said, hey, we have a football field size warehouse depot in Shah Alam, and it's full of e-waste, 30 tons, and nobody know how to handle it. And we need the space because that's actually the place where they park their trucks and stuff. So they said, we can't just leave it there. Can you guys take care of it in 30 days? And of course, this was a challenge because 30 tons in 30 days. And the problem is that the stuff was not sorted. It was just in the beginning, even the picture where you see there before, it's actually after sorting. Before that, it was just a big mountain and everything mixed together. So fridges and laptops and printers and everything all together in a big pile. So we basically sent a lot of manpower there, and we spent 3 weeks sorting everything to a different, to its own pile. And then using 10 different companies, we basically called all of the ones that we know, 10 different companies in the last 10 days, one lorry per day, 3 tons times 10 is 30 tons. So by 30 of November, it was, as you can see in the after picture, it's completely empty, and they can park their lorries there. As you can see, one lorry already parked. So so even the biggest companies, I mean, this company Alam Flora, they were sold last year. The company was sold to a new owner for 1 billion ringgit. So even a company that is that size still can struggle with the amount of e-waste that is being generated. That's why we need new infrastructure. We need bigger networks. We need things like ERTH, where it organizes large number of people. You know, if we have like 5,000, so 5,000 registered, but 1,000 are ready to deliver at any given time. So 20%. Still, even the 1,000 drivers available at any given time, just by comparison, the DHL fleet in Malaysia, DHL Express, is only 200 vehicles, and our network is 1,000, 5 times. So that's why you need this kind of infrastructure, because if tomorrow, let's say double the amount of Malaysians decide to recycle. So today is 25%, but if double people try to recycle, if there is no infrastructure to collect all of that, then you will have the problems like the Alam Flora. You will have all the stuff piling up somewhere and causing other problems. So that's why we need to organize together and try to solve the bottlenecks that are in the supply chain. So that was the end of my presentation. So I don't know if you guys planned any Q&A, but let's do Q&A, or if you like, you can also take over and show the video. This is the link for the video that I was trying to show. So that's the end of my presentation. So thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Muhammad. But before any questions or something, meanwhile, guys, if you have any question or something, you can paste it in the chat. But we can now play the video that you want to play it at first. So Nasser, can you play?
I think I need to stop sharing. Okay, I stopped. Now you take over.
The world produces
we can hear
tons of e-waste every year. Humanity is contaminating things that are not easily replaceable in our planet. This is really a serious issue, and we have to deal with it. I'm Mohammed Al-Fatatri. I'm the founder of ERTH. ERTH is an on-demand electronic waste recycling service which handles e-waste in an environmentally friendly way. A lot of people don't know that it is really, really harmful to throw the electronics in the regular trash. It dumps all of that contaminated stuff, all mixed together in the landfill. This is completely inefficient, and we need a better way. In Malaysia, there are millions of people who drive cars. So we have thousands of those freelance heroes. We, on the other hand, receive the pickup requests from the customers. Our system matches the nearest driver to the order.
Hello. Hi, Miss Lisa. Okay, so we come up, huh? Normally, I would help out more after office hours. Alright, I'm here to collect your e-waste. Yes. Alright. Right, and I believe that it is my duty, and also I employ everybody also to take up this responsibility. It's our gift to the next generation.
Once we serve a customer, we take all the e-waste that they have, we pay them a good cash reward. The revenue is generated from the recycling, and that's why you get more and more people interested in recycling. Freelance drivers are able to keep the e-waste with them, and then at the end of the week, after collecting many orders, they basically come and bring it to our central warehouse. 2 days ago, we received this batch of laptops from a company. Once it reaches our central warehouse, our recovery partner actually sends their truck to our warehouse to collect all the items and bring it directly for dismantling segregation. ERTH is an opportunity for the world to really tackle the problem of electronic waste, basically through our hero network, the freelancers who go around collecting from households and individuals the electronic waste, channel it to the proper licensed recycling channels. We have managed to divert more than 200,000 kilograms of e-waste from the landfills in Malaysia. So thank you again, and it's really an amazing moment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's good. So, Mr. Muhammad, we have one question here in the chat. It says, what are the biggest challenges facing you in the field?
Okay, that's definitely a good question. I have to say that this year, we mainly spent most of our resources on scaling up our operation. So in the beginning of the year, we used to have 500 square feet of storage space. But immediately when we came back from the MCO, our orders were like 4 or 5 times. So our storage was too small. And then immediately we tried to upgrade. So nowadays we have 2,000 square feet. We upgrade our storage by 4 times. Just to handle the new business coming in. So our biggest problem right now is how can we, because our business is growing very rapidly, but our team is not growing so fast. So actually from UPM, we have in March, our first intern coming to help us. And we are gonna be aggressively hiring in the next year. Such that our team will be between 5 to 10 people by the end of the year. Right now, it's very small, about 3 people, but we need to double at least, or even triple our size, because there is just so much to do and only a small team. And we hate it. We like to keep the 99% acceptance rate. We don't want to be such that we only pick up like 50, 60% and then push the other orders to our competitors or something like that. Actually, no, we like to give everybody the level of service that they expect. So that's why our biggest challenge has been to grow the team and grow our resources fast enough. Drivers is not a problem. We have a lot of drivers. Orders are also coming in. Like I took 2 days off the last week, and already I have in my inbox like 50 orders. So orders are coming in even without any advertising. Of course, if we advertise, we get double or triple. So orders are coming, the drivers are there, storage now is upgraded, but we need our core team to grow because as the volume grows, there is more things to do. And like more deleting the data for the customers, sorting the items, checking, etc. So we need more team members, and I invite any of you, if you have still ahead of you some industrial training that you require for your degree, or some of you are graduating, if you find this field interesting, please do apply, because we are going to be very aggressively hiring in the next few months, inshallah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Muhammad. So we know that. We have our another question. It says, hello, sir. How do you target your customers who are possible to give you e-waste or any amount with electronic companies?
Okay, actually, for us, whether the order come from individual with 3 items or from a company that, like Alam Flora, have 30 tons, for us, both are important, because this is toxic and this is toxic. Even a small amount is also toxic, because if millions of people all throw away, then it becomes as big as the 30 tons. So we are serving both. We don't differentiate. Of course, as I showed in the slide, the unit economics for the B2B orders are better, because you send the 1 truck, you pay 1 driver, 1 trip, and then you get like a big amount. So you can make more money. But it doesn't mean that we can do like the other companies, do only the B2B and forget about the household, because the household is actually where the problem is. Any company can probably, go and serve someone who have 1 ton or 2 tons easily, because the unit economics are good enough. But for the household collection, if you have 1 million addresses, so you need to pay 1 million driver to make 1 million trips. And even if you pay like 5 ringgit, Only 5. We pay more than that. But even if you pay 5 ringgit to do 1 million trips, is already 5 million ringgit. So that's where the unit economics need a network like us, so that we can use the freelancers, not use the professional courier, because if we use the professional courier, the price will just be too expensive.
Okay, so we have another question from Osama again. How about your outreach program in the community? Have you seen any improvement that shows a better understanding from the public about the issue?
Yes, and I saw this especially in December, this December, because we had been working 2 years since we started the company and not taken a single day off. So we decided in December, especially after we won like an important award and so on. So we just decided we deserve 2 weeks off. So the last 2 weeks of December we took off. Actually, I'm still off right now. We are not doing collection until the 6th of January. But basically, while we're off, every customer that contacted us got an automatic message that they can drop off the item. The drop off didn't stop, only the collections. So a lot of the customers, I thought that they would not bother. They would not bother to put the effort because can just wait until 6th January and let us do the work. No, actually, when we came back from vacation, our warehouse drop-off zone, which is outside the warehouse, but is available 24 hours, was actually overflowing with e-waste. So a lot of people, even we could not collect, they actually took the effort and came. And this is very different from when we started the business. It was not like that. Everybody before used to wait for us to come, but now people are willing to put more effort because they understand how important this issue is.
So
And we
more
reward them, and there is more EOS, but we reward them also if they drop off by paying them double. So if we pay you like 20, if we pick up, if you drop off, we pay 40. So this is also our thank you for putting the effort.
Okay, so another question. Is recycle is the only way to deal with e-waste? I mean, can make the device from degradable material, because recycle may cost a lot.
Yeah, some manufacturers are now putting quotas for their manufacturing, so that they will, for example, use 20% recycled material, 30% recycled material inside the devices. I also recently met a cable manufacturer who, even though recycled copper is more expensive than new copper dug from the ground, but actually this person still decide to pay this 20% more, but he used 100% recycled copper to make the cables for his company. So this kind of decision is very, very good for the environment. And I think that this is where the legislation can really help, because if the government comes and says, hey, you're gonna be fined, or you need a quota to use the recyclable material 50% at least, or something like that, this will speed up the adoption of recyclable material. So it's a good question, and I think that this is the direction where we should head, that we already start to use recyclable material in the manufacturing process. I don't think that we can completely eliminate the recycling, because I mean, hey, this is just the nature of life. You consume something and then it becomes outdated, and then you just can't do anything with it. So you need to take the material out of it and make a new product. So this is not going to go away, but it should be reduced as much as we can. Again, it's reduce, reuse, and then recycle. Recycle is only the last step.
Okay, thank you. So the last question we have here from Mohammed Faris. Why isn't the company do more advertisement and encourage more Malaysian household to sell their e-waste to ERTH? So
Mohammed Faris, we are already drowning in more work than we can handle, man. Why do we do advertising? So we'll have even more work that we cannot handle. So it's just because, as I said, we are not scaling our team fast enough. So we are trying to even be under the radar, not to cause too much attention or anything like that, because already as it is, we get so many orders than we can handle. So of course it's a good problem, alhamdulillah. But if we grow our team, then we will start to put advertisement. And but if you go to the Jabata Alam Sekitar official website, which I think millions of people probably visited at some point, we are listed there number 5 in the authorized collection center in Selangor. So we are visible enough, but we don't advertise just because we have already so much work to do.
Okay, thank you so much for the information you gave, and thank you guys as well for the questions. Hope these answer your questions. So now,
can I throw back a question at you guys, and I guess Hisham will answer on behalf of his team. Why did you guys pick this topic? Was it mandated by your professor, or this was your choice to talk about this?
No, actually, this is our choice to talk about it because
why?
We feel like e-wasting is growing too fast, and it is the future actually for everything. E-waste or electronics are widely used and widely disposed by people. Technology is advanced very much than we can handle. So toxic to environments and wasting of, as we can say, valuable materials. So it should be under concern of engineers, of environmental professionals, of all people that can deal with such things. That's why we are students from UPM concerning about the e-waste and the future of e-waste. We see that the e-waste is an opportunity for people in the future. That's why we are talking about it. And thank you so much for the information you give us today. It's much appreciated.
Thank you, and good choice. I think you guys have hit on a very important problem, and I'm glad that engineers like you are thinking about solving this, and I hope we can do something together. We already have a partnership with IIUM in Gombak. We are launching in 2021 another drop-off point. So Cyberjaya in the map is in the south of KL, but Gombak is in the north. So we are gonna have like a full drop-off point inside the university where anybody from that area can drop the item and receive the same money that they would receive if they bring to Cyberjaya. So we are happy if you guys want to organize something similar or another idea. That's fine, as long as we divert from the landfills. We are happy to collaborate with you. And as I said, if any one of you is looking for internship position, please hit us up. And it's not free. We also pay for the interns as well.
Okay, thank you so much. This seems good opportunity for everyone. Okay, so now we will go to our last. Is this a question? Last one?
No, it's just it's just a nice comment. Thank you, Amir.
So the last session we have our quiz or Kahoot quiz that mostly of you waiting for. So this is not a quiz. It's much more like testing your knowledge, and we have some prizes as well at the end. So guys, make sure you join with the code available in the screen. And if someone of you guys got win one of the three places, so take a screenshot of your mobile or your computer or laptop or whatever, and DM it us to our Instagram page, or you can PM me if you have my number as well. Hope you guys win. Can you show the Instagram page again?
Oh yeah, so I'm in now.
That's good. So this is our Instagram page in case you win, so you can DM us or private message using our Instagram. Okay, go to Kahoot. Okay, we have 5. You can guys join with your nickname if you want, whatsoever, it doesn't matter. As long as you take a screenshot later, so you can prove to me that you are the winner. Don't worry, it will not be very hard questions. It will be just simple questions.
Is it about e-waste or?
It's mostly about e-waste, of course. It will
Oh,
not.
nice. Okay, so I have a chance then. I can
Yeah,
win
you
the
have.
50 ringgit.
You have a. You have a very big chance.
Oh wow, a lot of people. A lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 now.
Oh, nice, Juju. Can see so much name here. Hi, D. It's up to you guys. You can choose whatever name you want. For those who don't know how to join, you can go, guys, to Kahoot app, or you can go to the website www.kahoot.it and plug in the number here, and you can join us. Okay, we will wait for like 1-2 minutes for others to come if they want to join.
Can I know who is sponsoring the prizes? Who is paying that money actually? The university or?
This is a private matter.
Okay, so Nasser is paying it then.
It's actually managed by our group. That's why it's sponsored by our group. That's
okay, cool.
It's a group teamwork. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, guys, I think we shall start. So anyone missing one question, that's up to you. So start.
Let's see.
So the first question is e-waste is. You have 30 seconds to answer. I think this would be a very easy question to you guys. It shouldn't be that hard. Oh, wow, 19 of you got the answer. Yeah, that's good. Next.
Wow, I'm not even in the top 5. That's
Yeah.
that.
How much of discarded electronics end up in the landfill? So this is probably a simple information as well if you just see the slides. Is it 85 or 75 or 55 or 65? Come on, guys. Get 12 people get it correct. So it's 75% going to the
Okay,
landfill.
I'm finally here. Top 5, nice.
Okay, good. So Faris is number 1 now. Huh?
Oh, Faris.
Faris is a good person. Malaysia's goal 50% e-waste recycling rate in 50 years. Is it true or false?
5 years.
Sorry, 5 years. Is it true or false? True or false? Okay, good. So Faris still dominating the first place.
Wow.
As Mr. Muhammad get the second place. The most efficient way to reduce e-waste is to throw them in the landfill, keep them at home as long as time, to repair and use them, to burn them. I think this should be easy.
This is too easy.
Yeah.
Fat is still on top.
E-waste is the world's fastest growing waste stream. Is it true or not? Yeah, that's true. So the sixth question, which of the following is not an example of e-waste? I think this one must be easy for you as well.
Oh, everyone got it right. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, we got a new 5 here. Seventh question, what percent of our overall toxic waste is e-waste? Is it 90% or 50%, 20%, 70%? Come on, guys. 11, get it right. Oh, Vicky, number 3, that's good. It's 20 times more energy efficient to refurbish, to place it in store, to ship it, to dismantle it. What do you think, guys? This is probably easy. Yes, true, to refurbish.
Yay!
Wow, you are first place.
Don't worry, I won't take the 50 ringgit.
Others still get the chance as well. Electronic scrap have bad and harmful components such as tin, glass, and zinc, lead, cadmium, and beryllium, crucial formaldehyde and glycol, sulfur, calcium, and magnesium. Yeah, this is a little bit hard question, but most of you get it right. Also, Faris is coming back again. That's
yeah,
good.
he's coming.
Yeah, last question. The failure to recycle electronic waste does not affect the environment. This must be very easy question and should be our last question, guys. Five seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1.
Nice,
So,
Faris. Good job.
Third place is Faris. Our second place is Usama. And our first place is Mr. Muhammad.
But hey, I don't want the prize, so you just skip me and give number 4 the third place. It's not fair for me to play.
You are volunteering it, huh?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. So the first place will be Usama, second place will be Faris, and third place would be D. So these 3 guys, please.
Congratulations, D.
You can screenshot and DM to our Instagram page, or you can PM me if you have my number as well. Okay, thank you, guys. You can close the sharing. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for attending with us today. Thanks as well. Special thanks to Mr. Muhammad for the valuable information and the volunteering for giving your first place to others.
Of course. No, it's great. It's not really fair. I shouldn't have played, but it was just so much fun. I had to.
Thank you so much. This is our goal is to share awareness and to share the interest as well to others. And thanks to the friends who supported us by attending as well today. Thank you so much, guys, and see you around. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Salam.